Hey guys, this is Andrew Riley with Breaking the System. Welcome back. Sorry it's been a few days since I put a video out. My computer was trying to crash on me. I had to clean it up, and it's just, I've been working at my normal job. It's been a crazy week. Since this happened, I'm going to put 2 videos up today. Today's Friday. I'm going to get them up today for y'all and give y'all kind of an update on some things that I've been working on. And one of the videos, I'm not going to lie, is just kind of a goofy video. The other one's back on some weird stuff. This video today is going to be along the topic of Neil deGrasse Tyson and some of the things he has to say about the globe and the flat earth, and one of his actually is supposed to be motivational speeches on what he says about learning and stuff like that. So anyway, we'll get into the video and we will be back in a little bit. Thanks.
What's odd is there are people who think Earth is flat,
right,
but recognize that the moon is round. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the sun are all spheres, but Earth is flat. That's not, something doesn't square.
Something doesn't jive, right?
Okay.
Dark matter, dark energy. Everything we know about the universe, what we're made of, galaxies, stars, planets, that's all right here. So, according to this chart, we are 96% stupid.
Well, for starters, you heard Neil deGrasse Tyson there for himself saying they are 96% stupid. I really don't have to add to that.
I'm worried really about how much the fuzzy thinking is going on in the world. You know, fuzzy thinking, people just not thinking straight.
People just not thinking straight. Maybe himself.
So tell me, Neil, is the Earth flat?
We have video from space of the rotating spherical Earth. The Earth is round.
Thank you for joining us on this episode.
Now here's a bit of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the system and how it is flawed in the way it teaches our young children and our students growing up.
This is contrived, but it makes the point. There's a spelling bee, and you have to spell the word cat. Okay. So one student spells it C-A-T. Person got it right. Next person spells it K-A-T. That's wrong. You got that wrong. Okay. Third person spells it X-Q-W. You realize that is marked equally as wrong with the K-A-T? When you could argue that K-A-T is a better spelling for cat than C-A-T. Dictionaries know this because that's how they spell it phonetically. And so we've built a system for ourselves where there's an answer and everything else is not the answer, even when some answers are better than others. We live in a country with a failed educational system.
Ooh, that one hurt.
Our system needs to train you not only what to know, but how to think about information and knowledge and evidence. If you don't have that kind of training, you'd run around believe anything.
Now I'm going to stop you here for a second. He says you're just going to run around and believe everything if we don't have the way of thinking about the evidence. Well, he's sitting here and he's preaching to us that the globe, he sits there and he preaches that the globe is facts because of the evidence, but he's going off of supposed figures and not actually going off of cold hard evidence that we have seen time and time again with the flat earth movement. I've shown a couple videos of those, of the actual facts, and it just don't make sense. And now check this clip out. This one really got me floored.
And this is Earth, and the moon is over here. The sun is always casting Earth's shadow into space. It's always there no matter what.
Right.
Obviously, okay? This is a shadow.
It's a shadow.
The moon
It's just a shadow
occasionally
shining on blackness.
yeah, a shadow in darkness.
A shadow in
So the moon occasionally passes through that shadow. And if you see the shape of Earth's shadow on the moon, it is always round. Always round. If Earth were flat, sometimes you get like a flat shadow.
Right.
And we've never seen a flat.
A flat shadow. Seriously. So, again, this is one of those things that you just like, seriously? You question the understanding behind that, why he would think that the flat earth would be in this universe. That's not how it works. The universe is in the flat earth in the sense of the dome. And we all know this. It's I want to say it's fact, but it's more of an evidence of seeing the cosmology biblically and what we can actually prove with our physical touch and our physical sight. You know, we have people that are sitting there telling us, oh, well, we went to the moon and we took a picture of Earth. Well, why are those pictures deformed and messed up? Or you can tell that they're edited with programs.
An employer and two candidates come up looking for a job. And this is, again, a contrived example. And you're interviewing the two candidates, and you say, oh, as for part of this interview, I just want to ask you, what's the height of the spire on this building? And the candidate says, oh, I was an architect. I've majored in architecture for a while, and I memorized the heights of all the buildings on campus. I know the height of that spire is 150 feet. In fact, 155 feet tall. Okay, turns out that's the right answer. That's the right answer. And the person came up with it in second. That person goes away. The next candidate walks in. Do you know the height of the spire on this building? The candidate says, no, but I'll be right back. The person runs outside, measures the length of the shadow of that spire on the ground, measures the length of her own shadow, ratios the height to the shadows, comes up with a number. Runs back inside. It's about 150 feet. Who are you going to hire? I'm hiring the person who figured it out, even though it took that person longer, even though the person's answer is not as precise. I'm hiring that person, because that person knows how to use the mind in a way not previously engaged. You realize when you know how to think, it empowers you far beyond those who know only what to think.
Now you heard it for yourself today, out of his own mouth. He says he would hire the one that is willing to go out and figure out, use his mind in no other way that has been done before, and go out and to actually prove what he believes to be truth. That's what the Flat Earth movement is all about, is going out and proving the fact that this earth is flat. Taking pictures from across Lake Michigan to see Chicago. Taking videos of ships going out to sea and disappearing, and then zooming in on them, and all of a sudden they're back in picture. You know, I've posted a few things on this. We see this on a continuous basis in the Flat Earth movement. And he's saying that that's who he would hire, but yet he still is saying that it's stupid to believe in the Flat Earth. It empowers you to know how to think, not to just know what to think. You can't just believe that the earth is a globe because they tell you. How can we prove that it's a globe or that it's a flat earth? How can we prove it is what they say it is, or it isn't what they say it is. I'm not saying that he's wrong or he's right. What I'm saying is, get up off your bum and go and see for yourself the facts that the flat earth is putting out there for you to see. I'm saying there is too many holes in what he is saying, or what these globers are saying. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to see the presentations for ourselves. And until we do that, our country, everybody will just keep getting run over and being told what to think and how to act without any say-so for themselves until they stand up for themselves. I don't know about you, but I'm a free person. I want to live a free life. I don't like being told what to say, what to think, and what to do, and how. I don't like living that way. I like living free. Again, I'm just saying.
First of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
You know what I think about it all? I think that honestly he would hire these people, which is kind of scary, because what is this for our future? Is this for our world? Watch these clips.
Point of privilege once again. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't gonna get triggered, and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay? Your need to express yourself is important, but your need to express yourself should not trump or over...
Me personally, this is what I want to do to those freaking people. I'm not an aggressive person at all, but this kind of stuff just has to stop. We have to have sanity back in the world to have this kind of outcome for our kids and for the next generation that's going to take over this country. I kind of don't even want to be around for it. Just say it.
So it wasn't until Francis Bacon, Galileo, 1600s, where the idea that if you're going to say something and you think what you're saying is true, then no matter how obvious you think it is that it's true, you should still test it.
And look at that. He just said what I said. If you really think what is true, that you believe is true, then you need to go test it. He literally is saying everything that I am saying, but yet he don't want to go test it. Double standards, huh? That's what I think. Okay guys, so here in the close, I just wanted to get to one last point here with Neil deGrasse Tyson. First off, do you remember this picture, or have you ever seen this picture with a tennis ball throwing water off of it when it spun really fast? Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson here in this last clip has got me kind of confused about some things. So anyway, we'll go ahead and finish this clip, and then we'll talk to you in the close.
So it favors the sphere.
Favors a sphere, yes.
Right.
And if something's not a sphere, it's a little bit flattened, you can ask what flattened it, and you find out, oh, it's rotating real fast.
Right.
So then it gets a little flattened because of that.
Right.
Okay, so there he's talking about the Earth, or these other quote-unquote entities in the universe, these other planets, if you will, are flattening with how fast they spin. But supposedly we wouldn't lose any of the water? How does that even make any sense? I mean, you know, I've watched Simon Dan and Neil deGrasse Tyson and a couple other globers that say that, oh, it's gravity that keeps the water on from spinning, but yet they're still spinning, and yet it can flatten a planet? Common sense says that if it's spinning, it's going to lose its water. What is that? Oh, it's flat. Well, it's not going to flatten. Common sense says that it's, if the water's not going to spin off, it's not going to flatten in any way, shape, or form. Hey guys, sorry about that. I forgot one last thing before I let y'all go. Please make sure you're pushing the subscribe button and pushing that notification bell so that you'll get updated every time I put in a new video. And then also smash the crap out of that like button so that it will help the YouTube algorithm out. And then also leave some comments in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Anyway, and then one last thing, I promise, one last thing is don't forget about my book. I will leave the link in the description. You can either get a paperback copy, or you can get it on your Kindle. It will be completely up to you, but I would appreciate it. It helps support the page, and it helps make it a little bit easier for me to keep doing content and stuff like that. So anyway, I appreciate everything, and we will see y'all next time.